What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 short squeeze stocks that you need to add to your watch list. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, not in any particular order, you have right here Ohmyhome Limited, so ticker OMH, sitting at $3.12 over the last 1 year, down 42%, and then over the last 5 days up 48.57. So definitely gaining some pretty good traction. And for those of you that are new to the channel, based on my top 5, I always have stocks that have some pre-existing good momentum. Shorts are obviously a high level of shorts and in many cases overextended. So I feel like that is a little bit more advantageous to have rather than just like a 60-70% short interest stock. So again, you do your own due diligence and whatever floats your boat, but this is what they do. So feel free to pause it and read through it. But we are here because of this. So short score, higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening is 80.21. 16.13% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 214,000 shares overall being shorted. So this does meet the criteria of what the market likes to squeeze. Heavily shorted, low float, and there you have it. Right now, shorts are increasing roughly 2,000 shares, so not doing all that much. Cost to borrow average, though, is 832.78%. So that is a annual rate, not a daily rate, so just be aware of that. High end though is in excess of 1,000%, so kind of crazy stuff. And then through IBKR does indicate roughly around 15,000 shares. Reason why I bring that up is typically if you see some stocks with limited supply, you could see some corresponding buying as a big money such as BlackRock, Vanguard, and many others will buy it just to lend out. So that's why I bring that up, and potentially you could see that happen over the next couple trading days. So this is stock number 5. Moving on to stock number 4, tickers PONY, sitting at $8.75. So it's been trading for less than a year, but over the last 6 months, pretty much down a good about 30%, 40%. Over the last 5 days, though, definitely gaining some pretty good traction, up 18.72%. Market cap currently 3.23 billion. This is what they do. So again, feel free to pause it and read through it. But 2.99% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 5.23 million shares. Short score is 69.95, and then cost to borrow average is 109.53%. So definitely something to take note of. There's also a lot of good information up top here that I don't always bring up, but DTC is something to take note of. Higher the number, higher the potential of a little bit more of an additional squeeze in some cases. But shorts have been very reactive to the stock price. So obviously with the stock price going higher, you see shorts going from roughly 1.91% to 2.99. Still though, bigger picture, this has some pretty good kick-ass momentum. So I think shorts might be starting to mitigate risk, assuming everything goes according to plan. And then through IBKR does indicate 20,000 shares is available to be shorted. So let me know your thoughts on stock number 4. Moving on to stock number 3, tickers ODD, Oddity Tech, sitting at 62.23 over the last 1 year, up 87.69. Over the last 5 days, up 38.47. So pretty good momentum as far as that, a lot of which did come from their earnings, but this is what they do. So personal care products based out of Israel, and right now short score is 72.22. so the higher the number, again, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. DTC 7.53. 12.56% of the free float is being shorted, and that works out to be 4.17 million. Cost to borrow is on a little bit on the low end, but cost to borrow minimum is negative. And so this is where you do see some signs of manipulation, because cost to borrow minimum, that does mean that there is brokers out there physically paying people to short this stock. So again, definitely something to take note of. Moving on to stock number 2 is WW. So Weight Watchers International, sitting at 74 cents over the last 1 year, down 59.5%. And then over the last 5 days though, up 91 point or whatever it was, now 86.64%. So still pretty good momentum as far as that. 26.21% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 20.53 million shares. Cost to borrow average 350%. Shorts have been very reactive to the stock price, as you can kind of see, really doubling down, going from 18% short interest to 26. Short score is 81.84, and then through IBKR does indicate a lonely 500 shares. So you should be seeing some buying when it comes to Weight Watchers, at least sooner rather than later, as this cost to borrow is quite juicy. So I don't think a lot of institutions can really say no to that. But this is stock number 2. And then last but not least, moving on to stock number 1, you have ticker UP, Wheels Up, sitting at $1.06 over the last, or today is down 8.26, over the last 1 year down 50.93, and then over the last 5 days up 25.54%. So again, having some pretty good momentum. This is what they do, so passenger airlines based out of the States, but 90.39% is that short score. 62% of the free float's being shorted, works out to be 16.91 million shares. DTC is 21.48. So this is absolutely crazy. That is a very good indication that shorts are massively overextended with this company. I don't really know much about it. Maybe it's justified or there's some other kind of attributing factors, but if they do continue, the stock price does continue to have some good momentum, broader market helps with that, then you could see shorts start to mitigate some risk. But cost to borrow average is 21.84, and then through IBKR does indicate 10,000 shares is available to be shorted. So let me know your thoughts on these top 5. Is there any other squeeze plays that you feel are worthwhile to add to a watch list? If so, drop some tickers in the description below. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.